welcome to my 30 minutes of back and core Pilates exercises. You don't need any equipment for this. This is just going to be you, your mat, me and a bottle of water. And yeah, we're going to start with a leg slide. So we're coming onto our backs. This way, but there will be no leg sliding. So you're coming onto your backs, and the first thing we're going to think about is that setup. So feet are hip distance apart, toes are facing forward, core's engaged. Think about pulling that core up, pulling your ribs down towards your hips and keeping that little gap under your lower back. Arms are coming out to your sides and just gently resting on the floor. From here you're going to lift your right leg off, and then you're going to slowly move that leg away, hovering that foot off the floor. Take it to where you can hold it there for an inhale, and then exhale. Slowly bring that leg back in. Then we're going to lift the other foot up off the floor. Nothing changes in your core, so back stays the same, core stays the same. And you're just exhaling, moving that leg away, holding it here for an inhale. And then exhale, sliding that foot back in. Okay, going to go again. So we're just exhaling, moving that leg away, focusing on that core control, holding it here for an inhale. And then exhale, slowly bringing that leg back in, hovering that other foot off. Exhale, move away, holding it here for an inhale, and then exhale, slowly bringing it back in. Okay, we're going to do 4 more on each foot. If you want to, you can bring your arms up, and you're going to take the same arm and leg back. We're going to hold it there for an inhale, and then exhale, hover that foot and bring your arm and leg back in. Core stays engaged. Exhale, move away, holding it here for an inhale, and then exhale, slowly bringing it back to the middle, holding here for an inhale, core engaged, pelvic floor on. Exhale, slowly moving away, hold it here for an inhale, and then exhale, slowly moving back to the middle, and other side. Exhale, move away, inhale, hold, and then exhale, bringing it back to the middle. 2 more on each side, doing really well. Focus on the quality of the move, so really thinking about that core connection, taking your leg and arm back just as far as you can. So if you don't want to take your arm and leg out as far as kind of flat on the floor, you don't have to, you just take them to wherever you want to. Final time on each side. And final one here. And bringing your legs back in, arms come down. Just placing your arms out at about 40 degrees from your body. Bring your ankles and knees together, and we're going to do a knee fold. So from here, core engaged, pelvic floor on, you're just going to roll your knees, keeping your knees and ankles together, over towards the left hand side. Now when you get to the point where you feel like your shoulder blade is starting to come off, that's where you're staying. So keeping your shoulder blades on the floor. We're going to inhale here, then exhale, slowly bring those legs back to the middle, using your obliques to bring them back. We're inhaling in the middle, and then exhaling, taking them out to the other side. Again, shoulder blades stay on the floor, so just take it to where you can hold it, and then exhale, slowly bringing those legs back to the middle. Pelvic floor stays engaged, core is on. Exhale, move away. So your foot can come off the floor, but your shoulder blade must stay on the floor. Taking a nice inhale and exhale. Slowly back in to the middle. Inhale here, core engaged. Exhale, move to the side. Hold it for an inhale. And exhale. Back to the middle. Now, if you're happy doing this, you can continue. If you want to make it harder, you can bring both legs up into tabletop. So your knees come to over your hips, shins are parallel with the ceiling, core stays engaged, same principle. Legs are going to roll to the side. Your hip can come off the floor, but your shoulder blades can't. Hold it for an inhale. And then exhale as you come back to the middle. Make sure your knees are staying at tabletop and aren't coming in any closer. Holding at the side for an inhale. And exhale. Slowly back in. We're going to do 4 more to each side. So exhale, move away. Holding for an inhale. And exhale. Coming back to the center. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, move away. Holding it there. And then slowly bringing it back in. Final 2 to each side. Keep your core engaged. If you've lifted both legs off the floor but you're now struggling to keep hold of your core and your back is arching a bit, then just go back to option 1. Don't overdo it. It's better to keep a good quality movement than try and do the hardest level possible and just be hanging on with everything you've got. And final time. And then coming back to the middle. 1 foot down, 2 foot down. Taking that full body stretch. Okay. From here, bringing both legs back in. So you can either keep your knees bent and have your feet on the floor, or if you want to, you can bring your legs out long. I don't mind. If you have got your legs out long, just check what happens to your ribs. So if you then find that you're arching your back quite a lot, you need to really focus on that rib to hip connection, keep control of those core muscles, don't just let everything go. Okay. Then we're going to bring both arms up into the air. Shoulders are back and down. And then you're going to take your left arm, raise it up a little bit higher, and turn to look to the left. Bring your arm down and bring your head back to the middle. Right arm goes a bit higher. So you're stretching out through that shoulder. Turn to look to the right. And then come back to the middle. And again, so left and look. Come back to the middle. Right and look. Come back to the middle. Left and right. So we're just stretching out through those shoulders and upper back. It's a nice neck and shoulder mobility exercise. And we're going to do 1 more to each side like this. And then we're going to bring our arms down by our sides. So you're coming, so your elbows are nearly near your shoulders, not quite. That's uncomfortable. And your fingertips are facing down towards your toes. Then you're going to bring your right arm up. So your palm is going to go from palm down to palm up. So your hand is now near your head. Then it's going to come back again. Then the other arm goes. So palm up and palm down. Palm up and palm down. Palm up and palm down. Keep thinking belly button to spine. Keep hold of that core. Make sure you haven't forgotten about that as you've just been moving through your arms. And we're going to do 1 more on each side. Looking good, guys. Well done. And final 1. And then bringing your arms down by your sides. Now you can keep your arms close to your sides, or you can take them out a little bit further away. Core stays engaged, scoop up through that pelvic floor, and then from there you're going to lift your right leg, bring it in, tap your heel on the floor, and then take it back out again. Then the left leg, bring it in, tap the floor, take it out. Now I want you to focus on your pelvis, so I want even pressure through both sides. Make sure you're not either rocking away or to one side in particular. Keep the pressure even, and just bring that leg in, tap, and take it back out. Keep that core engaged, so focus on your rib to hip connection. I'm going to do 5 more on each side. Belly button is fine, keep that core engaged, pelvic floor's on and strong. And we've got 3 more to go on each side. 2. And final 1 to each side. And then give yourself a full body stretch. Okay, from here we're going to do an exercise we didn't do in, or we did kind of do in our 34 exercises. We're going to do roll up, but we're going to start at the floor. So you have a choice. You can either bend your legs, which means you will be more core focused, or you can keep your legs out straight, which means you will be more hip flexor focused. You can pick, try both. We're going to do, we'll do 4, and then you can do 2 of each if you like. So feet are out wide, so hip distance apart. You're going to tuck your chin. Again, imagine someone's got hold of your fingertips. You're going to curl through your spine and bring yourself back up, sitting up nice and tall on those sit bones. We're going to take an inhale here. Then you're going to exhale. Think about that curve through that spine and slowly bring yourself back to the mat. Arms can come up above your head if you want to, but please then don't use momentum. We're going to inhale here. Then exhale. Bring your hands up, tuck your chin. Think someone's got hold of your fingertips and they're pulling you up to sit on those sit bones. Holding it here for an inhale, shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, tuck, and bring yourself back down. Now if you've had enough, have a little rest here. We're going to do 2 more with our knees bent. But if you want to, just leave these alone and just have a little rest. So inhaling here. Exhale, bringing yourself up to sitting. Holding at the top for an inhale. And then exhale, slowly rolling back. Down, arms come back behind your head. Make sure you're not using momentum. Inhaling here. And exhale, tuck your chin. I think someone's got hold of your hands and they're going to pick you up. And then come back. Okay. Staying where you are for a second. Okay. From here we are coming back up to sitting anyway, so it's all good. Going to sit either, actually no we're not, I'm coming to saw next. So a kind of continuation on from spine twist that we did earlier, we're going to do saw. So feet are coming out hip width or wider apart. If this is uncomfortable, sit on a big book, something like Harry Potter thickness, or on a cushion, and it will just help with that hamstring. Bringing both arms out to the side. Remember, you're growing out of those sit bones. Bucket stays upright. We're going to inhale here, and we're going to exhale. Rotate to one side. Inhale, reach forward. Don't worry if you can't get your toes, you're just going in that general direction. Then you're going to exhale, back up, sitting up tall. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale, rotate. inhale down, exhale up, inhale back to the middle, exhale and rotate, inhale down, exhale up, inhale back to the middle, exhale and rotate, inhale down, exhale up, inhale back to the middle, exhale and rotate, inhale down, exhale up, inhale back to the middle, exhale and rotate, inhale down, exhale up, inhale back to the middle. 2 more taps to each toe or in that general direction. Core stays engaged, pelvic floors on and strong. So this is a really nice rotational exercise for your spine. And final tap. And then bringing yourself back in. Now I've got to move myself back again. I moved myself way too far over. There we go. Okay. So next we're going on to Swan Dive, which is one of my favourite back exercises. So you're coming onto your front. Now it's really important here that you don't just let your belly kind of push into the mat and do all of the work. You need to engage those core muscles. So think about pulling your belly button away from the mat, pulling it up towards your spine. Imagine there's a little ice cube underneath your belly button. You're pulling it up and away so it doesn't get cold. Arms are coming out so your elbow is in front of your shoulder. We're going to do just a basic swan dive to start with, and then I'm going to make it progressively harder. But if you want to, just stop at whichever level works for you. Don't go too far. Holding it here for an inhale. Then we're going to exhale. Bring your head, neck and shoulders off the floor. Now there should be no tightness or pinching on that lower back. If there is, take this one out, join us in the next exercise. Holding it here for an inhale. Eye line stays down on the floor, so those cervical vertebrae in the back of your neck are in a nice straight line. We're holding it here for an inhale. Then we're going to exhale. Slowly lower back to the floor. Holding it here for an inhale. And then exhale. Bringing it back up. Holding at the top for an inhale. Think shoulder blades melting down your back. And then exhale. Bringing it back to the floor. 3 more like this. Inhaling at the bottom, exhale, holding it at the top. Inhaling here, core engaged, exhale, returning to the mat. Final 2 like this. So we're coming up on the exhale. Core engaged, pelvic floor on, and then exhale, bringing yourself back down. Final 1. Inhale, then exhale up. Okay, so now we're going to lift an arm as well. Now, like I said, if this isn't right for you, just take it out. If this works for you, then great, carry on. So, core engaged, rib to hip connection, lift, then lift one arm, bring it back down, lift the other arm, bring it back down. Inhale here, then exhale, come back to the mat. Coming back up again, we're lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering, and then lower your head, neck and shoulders. Holding it here, and then re-lifting. Remember, there should be no tension in that lower back. Core stays engaged, think rib to hip connection, pelvic floor on and strong. Eye line stays down in front of you. We're lifting each arm individually at the moment. Final 1 with an individual arm lift. And then slowly coming back down. Okay, so you can stick with an individual arm lift, or you can now bring it up a level. And I'm going to give you 2 options now, so kind of an option 3 and 4 together, and you can pick. So the option now is you come up, you bring both arms up. Check in that you haven't now pushed your belly into the mat to keep you up. Think belly button to spine. Then you can stay here, lower and lower, or you can come up, bring your arms forward, bring them back. But careful, your elbow must still stay in front of your shoulder, none of this. Okay, arms come down, head, neck and shoulders come down. So you come up, arms come up. Optional, bring them forward and back, arms come down and lower. Keep thinking belly button to spine, keep that core engaged, pelvic floor on and strong. Remember, there should be no tension in that lower back. If there is, skip this one, meet us at the next exercise. And 2 more like this. And final one. Okay, then putting your hands under, actually no, I've changed my mind. You're going to keep your right arm where it is. So right arm stays in your Swan Dive position, elbow is in line with your shoulder. Left hand comes so it's next to your left shoulder. Legs come together, knees come into the air. Knees are coming over to the right, and you're going to push your left hand into the floor and just take that stretch through your chest. Hold it there. And bring your legs back to the middle. Your left arm is coming back into your Swan Dive position, so elbow and shoulder are in a line. Right hand comes down next to your right shoulder. The legs go over to the left. Push with your right hand. Just take that stretch through your left side of your chest. Hold it there. And coming back to the middle, taking your legs out long. Both hands now can come under your shoulders. And we're going to push up and back into a wide-kneed child's pose. Think about drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Keep your head off the floor, so don't bring your head to the floor and bend through your neck. Think about having a nice long neck. Imagine you're a giraffe. Make space in that neck, holding it there. Then you're going to walk your hands round to the left and stretch out through the right hand side of your back, holding it there. Then bring your arms back to the front and walk your hands around to the right hand side and stretch out through the left hand side of your back, holding it there. And bring your arms back to the front and bring yourself up. Okay. Now, no core Pilates workout would be complete without a plank series, so that's where we're going now. Hope you're all ready for it. Or had your Weetabix for breakfast. So, we're going to start off slow, and again, if you want to at any point just stick at the level that you were just at, don't take it up higher. So only take it up higher when you feel like you are ready. So we're coming onto our elbows to start with. Legs are coming out flat on the floor. Feet are just flat on the floor too. And then it's really important to focus on that rib to hip connection. So I want you to pull your ribs down towards your hips. Keep that locked in. So you're not arching through your back, you're holding on. Then from here you're going to imagine you've got trousers on with a belt and someone's got their finger in your belt loop and they're picking you up by your belt loop. So you're going to just lift and hover your pelvis off the floor. The weight is just above my kneecaps. Holding it here for 10 seconds. And then slowly lowering back down. Now, when you come up, we're going to come up again, I want you to really focus on your shoulder blades being pulled down your back At the same time thinking keep hold of that rib to hip connection. So almost your shoulder blades are pulling you and arching your back, but then your ribs are connected to your hips and your core is engaged, and that's holding you. So your back is staying in a nice solid position. So holding that position, feeling that kind of tension between shoulder blades down and rib to hip connection, and then lift and hold. And then slowly lower. Okay, one more like this. So core engaged, rib to hip connection, shoulder blades back and down, and lift and hold. And then slowly lower. Okay. So we're going to take it up a gear. So if you want to, you can stick with that. If not, this time you're going to tuck your toes under, and we're going to come into an actual hover. So you're bringing the weight onto your knees, bring your hips completely off the floor. So we're further up than before, holding it here. And then slowly lower. Okay, so you can stay at that. If not, I am going to put in a tap forward. If the tap forward isn't for you, just leave it out. So we're coming up, cores engaged, think rib to hip connection, and then you're going to tap forward and tap forward. Tap forward, tap forward. 3 more taps. 2. And final 1. And then hold it. And then slowly lower. Okay, we're going to do 2 more like this. So rib to hip connection, core engaged, bring yourself up so the weight is equal between your elbows and your knees, and then we're going to tap, and tap, and tap, and tap, tap, and tap, final tap, and tap, and then slowly lower. Okay. Final one like this. So core engaged, rib to hip connection, pelvic floor, on shoulder blades back and down, and then lift. Remember, you can stay here, you don't have to tap. When you are tapping, try and reduce the amount of swing. This is okay but not great, so think about keeping yourself nice and still and tapping out forward instead of swinging from side to side. And final tap, and tap, and then slowly lower. Okay, so you can have a rest, or you can come on, or you can stick with that if you like. So now we are coming up onto our wrists. You're coming into a high plank. Again, think about those shoulder blades coming down your back, core stays engaged. Make sure you're not sticking your bum into the air or just sagging in the middle. Feet are hip distance or slightly wider apart. Core engaged, and then from here nothing else is going to move apart from your left leg, and your left leg is going to come in and tap your right elbow, or just go in that direction, then it's going to come back out. Then your right knee is going to come in towards your left elbow and come back out. Left to right, out, right to left, out. Keep thinking belly button to spine, keep that core engaged. Anytime you want to come out of this, just slowly lower yourself to the floor, have a little break. We're going to do 10 more taps to each side. You've got to keep that pelvis up, core engaged. As soon as you feel your form is going, then lower yourself to the floor, have a little rest, and then either rejoin us or stay at the floor. And we've got 7 on each side to go. You're doing really well. Core engaged, pelvic floor on. Keep your hips in alignment. Try not to swing from side to side. Make sure you're just moving through that leg. And we've got 4 left. Keep thinking belly button to spine. Keep that core engaged. Keep yourself in that like ski slope position. And final 2. And final 1. Now don't just collapse to the floor. Hold it here for me, then slowly lower one knee and the other knee, and then just bring yourself back into child's pose. Again, don't bring your head to the floor, keep your neck nice and long, and just take a few breaths here. final little exercise is a nice one. I'm going to do cat stretch. So perfect ending to the last hour. So you're coming back into your box. Now, if this is uncomfortable on your wrists, you can either make a fist or put something that's softer underneath your wrist just to take some of that impact for you. Wrists are under your shoulders, knees around your hips, feet are flat on the floor. Shoulder blades back and down, core engaged. Holding it here, then we're going to inhale. Then we're going to exhale. Take your head between your hands and arch your back into the ceiling. Holding it here for an inhale. Then we're going to exhale. Bring your head up, take your back so that it's hollowing out, and hold it here for an inhale. Then exhale. Head between your hands, reverse so your back is arching into the ceiling. And exhale, move into the other direction. So you're taking your spine through a really large range of movement. So we're taking it nice and slow and steady. This is a lovely mobility exercise for your spine, but it needs to be done with control. And final one, inhaling here, exhaling, moving. Holding it, inhale, and exhale, back to the centre. Then from here, finding your way to sitting. And we are going to leave it there for today. I hope you enjoyed my back and core special.